Okay, update. Um, I'm going back to the oil field. Oh man, um, we're still doing missionary work. Let me see. How do I want to do this? Uh, here, I'll start out by saying thank you guys. I want to thank a lot of people. Thank you, Family Life Church, for your support and your continued support. And thank you to Life Point Church. When we had told you about the boat, you guys were extremely encouraging. We were very encouraged. We are very encouraged. And the boat, I'll tell you about the boat in a little bit, because there are a lot of people out there who don't know what I'm talking about. And there's a special family I just want to point out real quick. And I don't want to say them by name because I don't have their permission to call them out on a video. So here's how I'll do it. I'll be like, you ready? So if you see this video, I'm talking to you. I really enjoyed sword fighting at your house and playing the games and whatnot. Okay, so if you're that family, then I just want to say, really, guys, I love you guys so much, and I really miss you guys. I can't wait to see you in person. And we really wouldn't be able to go and do anything. We wouldn't be able to go out and preach the gospel to help people get out of the situations that they're in, to get them out of there and get them plugged in with the stuff that we do. Our lives would be very much different if it weren't for you guys. You're amazing, and we appreciate it because together, man, we're able to spread the gospel. So thanks, you guys. Now that goes for everybody, okay? But this specific family is some really good friends of ours, and I just wanted to let them know thank you so much. All right, now what's going on? What's going on, right? Here's what's going on. So for the rest of the year, we're just fundraising. We're trying to get to a sustainable point where we can go to the mission field and that we're effective, we're efficient, and when a project comes up or there's a need or if something happens that we're able to address that and also move forward with that. And because right now, or even for the last decade, our finances have been so low, our income has been so low, it's been a struggle to do some of the things that we've wanted to do or some of the opportunities that have opened up. So what we're doing right now is I'm going back to working in the oil fields, and I'll be out at the oil field for 3 weeks at a time to a month at a time. I get a week off, 3 weeks to 4 weeks back at work, a week off, and we're just going to do that until we're sustainable, until we're able to get enough monthly support and that enough people and churches can partner with us till we can become those missionaries who are able to go out and really do amazing stuff and that came out wrong. I feel like we do amazing stuff even without like top-notch support. What I meant was, I think you know what I mean. I don't know the word to put in there. But during this time, for the rest of the year, during this time, Heather and the girls are going to be going out, and they're still going to be fundraising. They'll be visiting churches and people. So here is where I would like to say, if you know anybody who is interested in partnering with us in our ministry and helping out Borderlands, or who would like to get to know us, here are the areas that we work in largely. These are the areas that we work. So that way, if you know anybody whose heart is in these places, or they talk about it, they're like, oh, this is what I'm passionate about, then point them our way, because we're passionate about it too, and we can't do a lot of it without partnership. Without the body of Christ coming together, we're kind of grounded here, which is a beautiful place to be grounded. So we work a lot in Muslim ministry. We and due to that, I mean, that's the persecuted church too, right? I mean, one kind of sort of leads to the other. We work a lot in anti-trafficking, and we work with traumatized youth and peoples, really. So those are the areas that we work in. Those are the people we work with. And we've done this all over the world. We've done that in Latin America. We've done it North America, Central America, South America, but most recently we've been working in Africa. And that's actually where we'll be going back to. So, throw this out there. The I'm going to the oil field thing isn't like, that's it, we're not missionaries anymore, now I'm just going to work in the oil field. That's not what I meant. Even though I'm in the oil field, working out there, I'm still actually going to be preaching the gospel out there, because that's a place that needs the gospel. So, and we're only doing it until we're able to get support, which I feel like sometimes, sometimes I get disheartened, because what we're hoping for is a gain from where we're at now to like $2,000 a month in monthly income. Man, and it's like, I know how we're a Christian nation, so sometimes I'm like, why is it this way? That's like 200 people. That's really not a lot of people with the general population being what it is. If 200 people would give like $10 a month, then we would be able to go to the mission field full time, working in these refugee camps, working along the borders, working in the mosques, working in the other areas that we work in, to get these kids out, or to get these women out, or to get these children, or you name it, to do these things that we do. And why is it sometimes it's such a struggle? I mean, I believe in my heart, I'm like, man, we can do this. So I believe there are that many people, and I'm not saying it. All right, I'm done. All right, so if we could get like 200 people to donate monthly to Borderlands or anything like that, that would be super awesome. And that's what we're working on, is we get to go around, as my wife and my girls are going around, trying to meet people in churches. So if you know somebody who would be interested in those, working or partnering in those areas, get a hold of us. Send them to Borderlands International or lovestrainingground.com. Write us on Facebook, message us, we'll get back with you. I believe we can do this. But that brings me to another point that I had mentioned briefly, which is the boat. It costs us roughly $10,000 every 2 years to go to Africa and back, and that is a huge. I mean, that's a lot of money. We could do a lot of stuff with $10,000. There's a lot of people that need some help, and if we weren't needing to spend that every $2,000, then I believe that could be better stewarded, a lot better stewarded. So we've had this dream for a while, and slowly we've started running into people who do sailing. And they sail from the Caribbean into Europe, or from the U.S. into the Mediterranean, and this brings up the idea: why aren't we doing this? Because the cost isn't $10,000 every few years. The cost is, it's what, 3 to 6 weeks of sailing, and then mooring outside of Alexandria or something like that, which is pretty cheap. So we started looking into it, and we're praying about it, and we kind of got some good confirmation. And we had a not Family Life, but thank you, Family Life, we love you guys. Life Point Church. I spoke about it to the pastor there, and he was very encouraging, and they gave us a gift towards the ship. It was awesome. So what we're looking at doing is we're looking at purchasing a sailboat and just going to Africa and back. to be the best stewards of our money that we can. I think that's just the way to go. And you know, when the Lord calls you to do something, you find a way to do it. And I think it's probably the most efficient and effective way to go about it. And I really want to be that guy who is like, I heard the Lord, I got to figure out how we can do it. So we're going to do it. And that's the way that we figured out how we can do this long term and to make the biggest impact that we can. The boat costs somewhere around $10,000 to $15,000. So that would be paid off. It would have paid for itself within 2 to 4 years. So that's awesome. That's where we're at so far. I feel like there's something else. One sec. I actually wrote notes and stuff down. Right? That's pretty amazing for me. I learned to do this. Actually, a buddy of mine in the Knorr family had said something about, hey, you need to start writing stuff down so it's not so off the cuff. And I'm working on it, guys. I really am. So, the boat. Okay, developments. So, Borderlands International is up and running, and we so far are supporting one family out in East Africa. This will be one of the only times that I'm going to mention it, because it is just, I'm sure we'll mention it again, but generally what Borderlands does is it takes families who are in more hostile nations, and we support those guys and what they're doing. So because of that, there's not going to be a lot of social media posts on it. If you would like to find out more about that, go ahead and write us in our email. There are ways that we talk about that through a more secure line. On top of that, we are looking at partnering with another organization that is super duper cool, uber awesome, and it's from one of my buddies. And I don't know how much information I can give you about that yet either, but there will be some coming on the horizon. I just have to figure out security issues and measures like that. And that's it, really. So, it's like a cliffhanger of a thing, of an update. So the updates are this. Let me recap some of the updates for you, all right? For the rest of the year, we're going to be looking at doing some fundraising. So if you know of any churches or anybody who's passionate or has a heart to partner with some missionaries to make a difference in in East Africa and near the Middle East, in those areas that I had mentioned, please let them get a hold of us, borderlandsinternational.org, or through Love's Training Ground, or even on Messenger. You guys can get a hold of us. Starting today, I'm going to the oil fields, so that's where I'll be doing my mission work at, is in the oil fields out here in West Virginia. And as you can see, I'm actually out in West Virginia right now, so that's why the girls aren't running around and they're not anywhere. Father's Missionary Journal moment. I miss my kids and my wife. Okay. And we're looking at purchasing a boat, and hopefully we'll have that by the end of the new year. And then we're going to brush up on the sailing, skippering, and Lord willing, we'll be moving forward. So I hope you guys are doing well. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below or in the messenger. And thank you guys. I hope you're doing good. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless you. Bye-bye.